Now that you know how to search, you know how to log into your account, let's go ahead and make a book list. So I want to go back to those genres and make some lists of some genres that I want to read. I'm going to go back to historical fiction and start with that because I saw that Titanic book and I think I would like that. I'd like to read that eventually. So you notice when you're logged in and when I'm looking at these historical fiction results, over to the right there's a icon that says add to this list. The lists it's talking about are lists that you can create over here on the left hand side under the resource list. Now every account comes with my personal list, and this is just a list that you can make for yourself. Today we want to make a public list, one we can share with our classmates. I'm going to call mine historical fiction, and I'm just going to make this public. That means that everyone can see the list you make through the catalog. I'm going to do save, and now I'm going to go back to my catalog, do that search again. Oops. Give it a moment. There's Casper the Titanic Cat. I'm going to click on that. Just make sure that this is definitely what I want. It is historical fiction for all those reasons that we looked at earlier. It says historical fiction here as a subject. It's got all these different places during different time periods in the past. So I'm going to go up here and I can select from my list. So there's my personal list, the one that's just for me, and then there's those lists that I can make that are public. I've selected historical fiction list and I do add to this list. It says it's in this list now. While we're on this bigger record for Casper the Titanic Cat, let me show you another feature. When you're in the Explorer option, you can use most of these to do a new search. So historical fiction, I can do my search again just by clicking on Find It. And it will do a new search for historical fiction. And I get some results here. I'm going to add one more. That title gets my attention. I kind of know a little bit about Al Capone. I can read the description. This looks like one I would want to read sometime in the future, so I'm going to add it to my historical fiction list. I click on Add to List. And now let's go back to our resource lists and see what this looks like. So I view my historical fiction list, and there are the two books that I selected. Now go back to the resource list, and on the right you can see all the public lists that have been created. And when I do that, one of them should be the list I just created, historical fiction. So by the time you're done with this task, what we should see in this public list are a bunch of lists that you've shared with your classmates about different genres that you will read in the future.